Hello there.
So, a few years back, I had a really big obsession with Beauty and the Beast. Like, I listened to the soundtrack on loop, spent way too much money on the toys, and watched it on the daily until the Blu-ray got scratched out from childhood misplacement. Something about that fantastical story, catchy song numbers, and Emma Watson just kept bringing me back. Wait, did you think I was talking about the original? Hell no, I was obsessed with the 2017 remake starring Obi-Wan Kenobi, baby. So, I used to be a massive defender of the Disney live-action remakes. Whenever Disney would release a trailer for one that I was interested in, I'd watch it thousands of times to hype myself up for Peach Dragon. However, times have changed, and when I saw the trailer for the remake of Pinocchio, I had much lower expectations than everybody else. Apparently, the general consensus was that this was going to be another one of the good remakes because they didn't try to make it super dark and gritty. Oh, that's why. Yeah, somehow this film is co-written and directed by Robert Ding Dong Didgeridoo Zemeckis. If you don't recognize his name, you'll definitely recognize some of the films he's done. Let's see. Castaway, Forrest Gump, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, what else? Only just the entire Back to the Future trilogy. He also did Polar Express, but we don't talk about that. I honestly don't blame everyone for hyping this one up because he truly is a brilliant filmmaker who... Oh, okay, I knew I was right. So something Disney likes to do is shove the movies they don't want to put effort, scratch that money into on Disney+. And this was one of those cases where if there was more money put into it, it could have at least been halfway decent. Yeah, this film feels very cheap. Starting with the look of it, the cinematography is nothing to write home about, but every once in a while there's some cool shots, camera angles, probably because it's done by the same cinematographer who did Forrest Gump and the OG Spider-Man. However, the look of the film itself is terrible. The weird and lazy color mixing is incredibly distracting and irritates me so much. Every shot with the human character looks like that one in No Way Home where Doctor Strange just floats there. Then, of course, there's the opposite. The CGI in this film is awful. The animated characters are like cutouts. They are so much brighter than the world around them, and it's a massive headache to watch. I kind of like Jiminy Cricket's design, but once again, the coloring. The stuff with the blue fairy looks like one of those chroma key packs you find on YouTube. Honest John and the other guy look... Alright, they're not too bad, but you know, if they're gonna look that real, maybe you shouldn't have them move like those wooden drawing models they have at IKEA. Figaro looks... lifeless. The fish either looks like that Harpoon Lagoon game at Dave & Buster's or the flying fish balloons. Are those still a thing? And don't even get me started on Monstro. Who thought of this? Yeah, because you know, it makes sense for a sperm whale to have tentacles and the snout of a serpent. Also, I'm aware in the original source material, Monstro isn't a sperm whale, but dogfish don't have tentacles. And finally, the real boy himself, Pinocchio. What happened? His face is so flat and lifeless, and the way he moves is so jerky and uncomfortable to watch. I don't know, man. This movie just isn't it. You know, it's not... Quick note, that previous bit wasn't a jab at the CGI artist. I completely understand the amount of effort they put into their work. It's incredibly impressive, and I respect each and every one of them completely. So instead of it being a jab at them, it was a jab at Disney. Alright, so even now, I don't really mind the live-action remakes, but I think they're gonna need to stop making them if they aren't gonna put their effort into it. I'm not asking for 100% because they never have put 100%, but at least, like, more than this. Like, say what you want about the Jungle Book remake, the Aladdin one, Beauty and the Beast, etc., but at least Disney pretended to care. Hell, they even made a big deal about Peach Dragon. Listen, I love Peach Dragon, but I don't think it's worth more press and money than Pinocchio. You know, one of Disney's big boy classics. Anyway, let's talk about the acting. The kid who plays Pinocchio is just not good. Every line is wooden and sounds like it's being read off a script. I mean, yeah, but like, come on.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
Tom Hanks does the same thing he did in Elvis, but with a mustache. Luke Evans did not care a single bit, and I love it. You just know Keegan-Michael Key hated this paycheck. Cynthia Erivo as the Blue Fairy just shows up for like 2 minutes, but she sings alright. Kian Lamaya as Fabiana is fine. She has this really weird song with this foot thing, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt actually does a pretty good job as Jiminy Cricket. It honestly kind of shocked me with his vocal range. So to move away to the more general aspect of the Disney remake, every single one of them is much longer than the original, and with that extra runtime comes some extra content. However, most remakes, they take that extra 10, 20, sometimes 50 minutes and extend the story to raise the scale an unnecessarily large amount. But with that being said, some of the films do it right. The Jungle Book has a really good finale that is leagues better than the original's vulture thing. Beauty and the Beast does some stuff that I personally enjoy for the most part. Peach Dragon is a completely different movie altogether, and Dumbo Sweet, sweet Tim Burton's 2019 remake of Dumbo. Apparently not a lot of people like this one. Personally, I really enjoyed the large-scale additions Tim Burton made, and I honestly kind of prefer it to the original. And before you fight me on it, the new one doesn't have racist crows. Now, Pinocchio, excluding end credits, is only about 10 minutes longer than the original, and every change is unnecessary. The build-up to Monstro went on for way too long, and at multiple points throughout the mere 2 hours, I considered and was tempted to turn this piece of junk off. Something these remakes also do is add new music in. This one does that. The songs are not good. Now, I'm not even going to do my rating system bit because this film isn't even getting a rating. It's a 3 out of 10. That's the rating. It's a 3 out of 10. Luckily, no matter how bad these past two were, we still got one more to go and it looks pretty good. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening to me complain for however many minutes, and stay gold, everyone.